This video we're going to take a look at some more features of pivot tables in Excel. Um, in everything we've done so far, we've just looked at sums of numbers, and we're going to look at some of the other options in this video. First of all, if you want to do a pivot table, you need to have field names at the top of each column, which we do here. And you also need to have at least one column that has some repeating values in it, and we have two columns here that have repeating values, so we can summarize on department, we can summarize on job code. Okay, now let's create our pivot table. Let's go to the Insert tab, and in the Tables group, click on Pivot Table, and you just have to have the cursor in the data someplace, and it'll select the data for us correctly, and we're going to put it on a new worksheet. Click on OK, and let's find out what our salary by department is, and we'll go in here and we'll do a little formatting. Okay, so it gives us the sum of the salary by department, and by default, if you look over here on the right hand side, by default text values go into the rows group and numeric values go into the values group, and it sums the numeric values. And sometimes you don't want some, sometimes you want some other computation, and there are a few other ones that Excel will do for you. So all you have to do is go over here and click on the down arrow and click on value field settings, and it'll tell you the computation that it's going to perform on that field, which is the current salary field. And let's say I just want to know how many people are in each department. If I count the salaries, that'll tell me how many salaries or how many people there are in each department. So, and now it doesn't make much sense, I guess, to have the dollar signs there, so we'll get rid of the dollar signs. And now it tells me how many people I have. Let's try another one. Let's add job code to this list, and it adds job code here, and you'll see that what it's doing is it is summing the job code. Now the job code is just a classification. Adding those numbers up has no meaning at all. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to go over here to sum of job code, and that's also something that we probably, but the only thing you can really do with that is count it and click on OK. And we should get the exact same numbers here that we get over here in the salary column. You can also, let's take a look at some of the other functions. You can, let's go to salary here, go to value field settings, and we can find the average salary per department. We can also go over here and go to value field settings, and we can find out the highest salary in each department. And the other one we're going to take a look at is we can find the minimum salary in each department. And these columns are clearly labeled. This column is not. It doesn't have the name of the field there at all. One thing you can do to make that a little bit easier is you can go to your pivot table tools here and click on the Design tab, and go to Report Layout, and click on Show in Tabular Form, and click on that, and now puts department over here, and it makes it a little bit easier to read.